And this week, thousands of Central Texas students return to class, and it can certainly be an exciting time, but also stressful for students who are experiencing homelessness.
And this is a growing problem statewide. Data from the Texas Education Agency shows numbers have increased since the 2020-2021 school year. And that trend continues today. In Round Rock ISD, more than 1,000 students don't have a permanent home.
Our education reporter Nabil Ramadna goes in depth to show us a program that aims to reduce those numbers at Round Rock ISD and offer families support.
Every book tells a story. Some teach us new things, while some inspire us.
Oh, I love it. It's never too early to use your voice.
Some even take us to faraway places.
She traveled around the world. So many could enjoy her music and her warm spirit.
For Carmine Spells, these moments with her daughter can take her mind off everything else she's been through, even if only for a moment.
We had to go into like a place where, like a shelter.
As a single parent with 2 kids, life hasn't been easy.
I've always been in a survival mode and I didn't really realize it.
But the McKinney-Vento Act was put into place to help vulnerable students. It's a federal law ensuring homeless children and youth have the same access to education as their housed peers.
Even through this experience that they're still going to grow and that they're going to come out strong.
And at Round Rock ISD,
this is the most amazing little portable.
Inside these doors.
How's it going? Oh, it's so good to see you, London.
Ann Grisham and her team are changing lives. They're part of the Families in Transition program in the district. They help students and families who are experiencing homelessness.
We monitor attendance, student progress. We've got academic specialists who work one-on-one with the kids, and we couple that with basic needs resources.
Things like food and drinks, backpacks and school supplies, and much more.
You're not going to learn in school if you're hungry, and you're not going to learn in school if you don't have tennis shoes on your feet, or if they're too small and they're falling off, if you're not clean, if you weren't able to brush your teeth.
Just by supporting in small things like that, I didn't have to overthink like, oh, what are my kids gonna wear, or what are my kids gonna eat?
Last school year, Round Rock ISD had more than 1,000 students who were experiencing homelessness. Just under 300 high schoolers, 200 middle schoolers, and more than 500 students in elementary school. Those numbers could be higher, though, as not every student knows there's help available.
If they're couch surfing, they might not realize that they could be considered as homeless and they could receive all the benefits of our program.
McKinney-Vento doesn't just classify living on the street unsheltered as homeless. It can also be living in shelters, a hotel or motel, or doubling up with families, and some of the kids are even unaccompanied.
About 120 of those are kids who are unaccompanied, which means not only are they experiencing homelessness, they also don't have a parent or a guardian looking over them.
That was the case for Isaac Castro. He came to the U.S. from Honduras.
It is a hard process, especially if you don't know the language, especially if you don't have a car, especially if you don't have someone to support you.
He says he was working 40 hours a week, going to school and trying to learn English, and there were a few times he almost gave up on school. But Grisham was there every step of the way, pushing him to graduate and then pushing him to enroll at Austin Community College.
My goal, my plan for my life is to be like a lawyer, is to be doing something good for other people, because I really like to help other people.
Those amazing stories just make every day in this office worth what we do.
Every district in the state must have a designated homeless coordinator to oversee the implementation of McKinney-Vento. And the numbers from TEA show more and more students falling into this category. In the 2021 to 2022 school year, there were more than 97,000 students experiencing homelessness in public schools in Texas. 3 years later, the number had jumped to more than 121,000. Can more be done at the state capitol?
Funding, yes. Keep funding our program.
These students are underserved right now. They desperately need our help and support, and we have the ability to do it.
For State Representative James Tallarico, the struggles these families and students face is one he is familiar with.
I was born to a single mom who fled domestic abuse to protect me, and when she made the decision to leave, We didn't have a place to stay. She was working at a hotel here in Austin, and she begged the manager to let us stay in one of the hotel rooms.
Tallarico was also a teacher and says over the years he had many students who didn't have a place to call home. During our interview, he highlighted the state's surplus and how some of that money could go to help these students.
These students have strengths that if we can tap into those strengths and give them the support they need, they're going to be more successful than we can imagine.
But he says without awareness, not everyone will know the challenges and struggles these students currently face.
Without journalists doing this work, most of the community won't know that this is an issue, and then elected officials don't respond to it. So I appreciate all the work y'all are doing to shine a light on this.
Work that can have a big impact on Spells and her family.
We definitely need the government to continue to support programs like this.
And just like every book tells a story, every child carries a pen to write their own. But a little help can go a long way.
It's important to help because if you don't really help people, it could get worse and worse.
Have a great weekend.
All right,
Bye. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.
Nabil Ramadna, KXAN News.